Hi, this is Sharon Lim. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I blog at sharonitwithyou.blogspot.com. And today we're going to do a lovely Hexagon pop-up box inspired by V-Tran and taught to me by my fellow demonstrator April Sedong. And this is hers that she made with the Stargazing Suite. And it does fold to fit in a card. Then I started making them and I used the Zany Zoo Suite, and then I embossed some cardstock for the collar instead of using DSP like April did. And again, it does fold. And then one more for the crafting with you. I'll use DSP around here. And again, it folds. So let's get started, and we're going to use a different stamp set. We're going to use the Everyday Thanks stamp set for this next one that we're going to do. So what's exciting to me is that you can actually make this card using one sheet of 8.5 by 11. So 7.5 by 6.5, the 6 by 3.5, and then you just need two pieces that measure 1 by 2. And I'll show you what that looks like. So you can go ahead and screenshot this if you would like to see the measurements and the scoring. So 7.5 by 6.5, and you score it at these measurements along the 6.5 side. Then you're going to cut it at 3 3/4 to make two pieces. That's half your card right there. Then for the collars, you're going to start with a 6 by 3.5. You want to score it at these three measurements and then cut it in half at 1 3/4. So you get two collars. And I already made the two stabilizers. Again, 1 by 2. And score it at 1/2 inch. You can see the little score at the top right there. And then a piece of DSP. That's the measurement here. 1 by 5/8 by 10 1/4. And then these are the cuts. And basically you're going to get 4 of these longer pieces, 2 of these short pieces that go in the front and the back. And the rest are the same size as this one. It all makes sense when once I show you guys. All right, so once you have this one, we're going to do the same thing to each side. So on each of the first score lines, you're going to mark the 1 inch from here on the score line. Flip it over, do the same thing here. 1 inch, 1 inch. Sorry about that. And then we're going to fold this. All mountain folds except for one. So mountain, mountain, valley, and then the rest are mountain. And it'll look like that with the one valley right there. I'll repeat again. So, oops, sorry, wrong side. Mountain, mountain, valley, and then the rest mountain. Mountain, 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 mountain. Again like that with the one valley right here. Let me use my bone folder real quick to fold those up really nice. Makes a difference with the folding and the pop-up part. So make sure you burnish them really nicely and crisp, and your pop-up should work fine. All right, so now for the cutting part, you're going to start with this, the valley one, up. So take a look at that. That's how you're going to cut it. So you're going to fold it like this and make the tab go up and go from this score line to the mark spot. There. Repeat on this side. You can use your trimmer if you like. I find it easier with that. So it looks like that. Flip it over, do the same thing from the first score line to the mark. The first score line to the mark. In the full shape. And I'll give a little picture of that. Looks like that. Okay, let's do it again. So make sure that it is folded up. And I did not. Did I score these? Nope, I didn't mark them. I scored, but I didn't mark them. So 1 inch, 1 inch on the first score line. 1 inch, 1 inch. Let's do that cutting again. Make sure this is up. Cut, hit that mark, that 1 inch mark, and hit the corner score line. Repeat, repeat. So you should have 2 of the same. Okay, let's bring on our stabilizers. And you're going to take this one and flip it over. And remember, we folded up to cut, but now we're going to fold this down to glue. So it has to look like this, down to glue. You're going to take the piece with the score line on the bottom, and we're going to put some glue here along the top and center it on this below the second score line. Below the second score line. Make sure to fold the tab so you'll be ready. Glue on the tab, and then you're just going to close the card. Hold that down for a second. It's going to take the glue for a while. If you used something else like the Stampin' Up adhesive or some tear and tape, you won't have to wait. So we'll repeat that again. So glue on the tab without the glue on the stabilizer without the tab. Center under the second score. Keep it open because you're going to put the glue on this tab, and then you're going to close it. It's weird because it doesn't quite reach the top, but that's okay. It'll all work out in the end. While those are drying, you're going to take your collars, there's 2 collars, and you're going to fold along so the tab is on the same side. Like that. Okay. Get that ready. I think we're almost ready. I'll start with the first one. Okay. So this is what it should look like. That's half. Let me move that out of your way. That's half your box. And this is where you're going to stick in the decorations. Can you see that? That's half of it. Okay. So bring it back over. And this time, you're going to take your collar. And remember, you had the tab, box, box, box. It's the second box here that you're going to glue here. Okay. So let's get me some glue. So the second box you're going to center on that tab. I'm going to pull it up closer for you to see. See that? Center right there. Hold that down. And then you're going to tuck in this tab. Put some glue on there. And tuck it in. Again, oops, sorry, it's right there. Tuck it in. And it won't line up perfectly. You will have a space. You will have this space, which is fine. Hold that down, let that glue dry, and you are almost there. Let's repeat. Okay. So glue on the tab. Second box. Tab, box, box, second box. Onto that tab. Well, that's while you're waiting for that. Let's get some glue on this tab and fold it under. This is easier probably. Like that. 2 halves already done. Super cool. Do you see it come into shape now? Let me let this glue dry. Oh, I have a little bit of the mark here, so I'm just gonna. There we go. I want to make sure it fits in there. All right. Okay. So again, half the box. Oops. Can you see that? Half the box. So you're going to glue this together this way. But what you want to do is only put glue here because you want that slot, that pocket, I guess, to be able to put the things in for your card. So just the bottom, widest part, and glue that together. Do you see that? So hold that together. You can pinch it. And you can pinch the card this, oops, it popped open. Didn't hold it enough. So pinch that, just this part right here that's glued together. Need to be patient. Alright. And then when you're ready, glue on the tab. I should probably crease that better. And glue on this tab. And here comes the magic. You're going to have to train this. That's what April kept telling me. You got to train your card to fold. Ta-da! Isn't that great? And the last step is just the DSP. 1 5/8 by 10 1/4. And we're going to cut it at these marks. So you have, again, like I said, 2 smaller ones and 4 of the same size. So 1 3/4, and keep them in order if they're directional. Mine isn't really, but I'm still gonna keep it in line. 1 3/4, 1 3/4, 1 5/8, and then you're left with 1 3/4. So this is it. So then you can do the same and just keep adhering it. So start with the smaller one. The larger one. I think I'm at the end of my glue. I'm going to see if it'll last until I can finish this. I think I'm almost done. I have to open up another one. And then this is the smaller one. It's the front of the box. This is the 1 3/4, another side. And you'll get another 1 3/4. Trying to squeeze as much glue as I can. I think it's almost done. Okay. So the 1 3/4, the 1 5/8. Aha! 1 3/4. Let me squish that down a little bit. Close my card. Oh, they're sliding all over. There. So that's the outside of it. And then I went ahead and already pre-cut what I wanted from the stamp set, Everyday Thanks. So that's one. So I figured I'd give this to somebody in the healthcare field. So I have the Band-Aid, I have the stethoscope, and thank you for everything you do. I cut those out and then use a glue dot to put there. So all I need to do is put on the window sheet a couple glue dots on the front and the back. and stick them in. I think I'll put this in the back so it kind of pops up with the message. The stethoscope will go on the right. It's hard to get that in there. Let's open the pocket up and stick it in there. I'll put that up a little higher, and then the Band-Aid, we'll do the same. Probably should have used my take your pick tool, but I think this will work. You can do so many more embellishments. I just did 3 just for the simplicity because I wanted to teach you how to actually do the card. And that's it. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for everything you do. Turn that in there, and it still fits in the card. So let's bring back the other samples. Here's the one we just did today. Here's the Crafting with You. Here's the Zany Zoo. And of course the one that April taught me with the stargazing. Thanks for letting me share this with you. If you would like to see more video tutorials, I'm training my paper, then please like, subscribe, comment, and you'll see some more video tutorials as this. Thanks for letting me share this with you. Thank you. Bye.